Pioneers' drive towards the postseason continues as they welcome their inner-city rivals, their Carlow Celtics, in the final home game of the 2022-23 campaign. Both teams look to snap losing streaks as the Pittsburgh foes meet for the final time as RSC contenders. The Pioneers are coming off a tough 75-69 loss to the Rio Grande Red Storm on Tuesday night. They played all of the game from behind and just fell short of a comeback. Meanwhile, across town, the Celtics have had a rough season. The young Celtics right now, their lone win of the season came on November the 8th against Penn State New Kensington, which resulted in a 65-56 victory for the Celtics. They've yet to win a conference game this season, coming in at 0-15 in the conference. Mike, this is a young, actual welcome courtside everyone, alongside Mike Hodges. I'm Greg Hillman. Mike, this is a young Carlow team. They have 19 players on the roster. 13 of them are freshmen, so they're going through some growing pains right now. But what can they do here this afternoon against a tough task? Pioneers, he will start a 6'1 guard senior, number 0, Sharon Shafino. A 6'6 senior guard, number 1, Kyrie Coates. A 5'10 junior guard, number 3, Jalen Stamps. A 7-foot sophomore center, number 32, Jags Jawar. And a 6'5 forward sophomore, number 33, Joe Valerie. And the rebound will come to Carlow, and passing it to the outside is Gaskins. Gaskins at the top of the key, handed off to Rollman. Rollman on the wing to Brazil. Back outside, there's Mason, and he'll give it up to Steen. On the left wing, and a shot by Gaskins that is no good in the rebound. That shot is no good, and the rebound came to Steen. I'll pass that up to Brazil. Into the corner, going baseline is Mason. And he'll put up a backwards lap. That is no good. And Jags comes up with the block shot. Here comes Coates on the right side. Into the corner, going baseline to Shafino. Back to Coates. Cross over to Stamps to try a three-point shot from the left wing. It will fall. Jalen Stamps with his first three-pointer of the game. And the Pioneers up 5-0 early. There's Rollman. He'll try jumper from the left elbow. That one will go off the back of the rim. Stamps comes up with the rebound. He'll start the transition, moving left to right. There goes Shafino on the left wing. He'll shoot a three, and it will fall. Sharon Shafino with the three. Back-to-back threes for the Pioneers, and an 8-0 lead here to start this game. There's Brazil getting the first points for the Celtics from the free throw line, just a little bit behind it. And the Celtics are on the board. It's 8-2. And that will do it. The Point Park Pioneers defeat the Carlow Celtics of a final score of 97-49. And then the final home game of the 2022-23 regular season game, the Point Park Pioneers sweep the two-game series against the Carlow Celtics, and they will move on next week to play Ohio Christian and the regular season finale in Ohio next week. Mike, a lot of good things here for the Pioneers, but of course the health and well-being of Sharon Shafino.
Yes.
Postseason greetings from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the River States Conference tips off postseason play as the Point Park Pioneers host the St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. Good look inside, but it wasn't there for Poston. It was intercepted by Wren. There's Sinetta to Bleda. She'll let one fly. That one will fall in. Ari Bleda, her second three-pointer of the game, and the Pioneers have a 26-10 lead and a full timeout by the Pomeroys with 8:49 to go. It's the Pioneers 26 and the Pomeroys 10. We're listening to the RSC quarterfinal on the River States Conference Game Central. Jeffers with a shot. That was no good. Bleda comes back with it. Point Park has 10 points in transition. Bleda, the spin move to the outside. Giles lets one fly and a splash. Alexis Giles, her second three-pointer of the game, and she's got 9 points, and the Pioneers establish the 13-point lead. Bleda, a good rebound off the missed shot and a good putback. Ari Bleda, what a postseason debut for her. 16 points for the junior from Barcelona, Spain. There's Destiny Thomas, 6 to go on the right side, puts up a layup, and it will fall. Destiny Thomas coast to coast, and she'll go to the line to shoot an extra one. And a big free throw from Jeffers. 9 points for the senior from Corey, Indiana. 15 seconds to go. Pioneers playing for the last shot. Pavlik in foul trouble. Bleda, top of the key. 3 is good. Ari Bleda, 23 points. And she will not be denied. 2 seconds to go. Warmly. Last second shot, too short. And that's how quarter number 3 will end. 3 quarters in, 1 to go. The Pioneers lead the Pomeroys 66-50.
And
Rin hit that one from way downtown. My goodness. And the Point Park Pioneers have punched their ticket to the RSC quarterfinal game against the Midway Eagles on Wednesday night. The RSC men's basketball playoffs come to Pittsburgh as the Midway Eagles pay a visit to the Point Park Pioneers with a trip to the RSC semifinals on the line. As we get set, Tobias Thompson and Joe Valerie will tip things off here this afternoon, or tonight, excuse me. And we are underway. Midway starts with possession of the ball. There's Donnie Miller, a quick shot from the left wing. The rebound comes to Thompson. He pulls it out of trouble, gives it up to Van Hook. Jalen Stamps. Kyrie Coates on the wing. In the corner is Stamps, looks for a pass, goes back out to Coates, gets a screen from Valerie. Takes the shot, a good pass inside for Valerie from Coates, and he will score. Joe Valerie opens the scoring, and the Pioneers have a quick 2-0 lead.
Good.
There's Thompson, looks for a pass. There's Keaton. Not matched up against Jags. Here's the three-pointer from the top of the key. No good from Van Hook. Stamps comes up with the rebound. He goes coast to coast. Puts up a backwards layup, and that almost fell in. Ball still up for grabs. Valerie comes down with it. Stamps in the right corner. That one off the rim. Jags a good strong rebound in the paint. Works against Thompson to the outside. Stamps waits. Little Euro step that was blocked away nicely by Thompson. Here comes Donnie Miller back in transition. Euro steps, puts it on the glass. No good, but a good putback by Nick Keaton, and he ties the game up at 2. No circle back, guarded by Van Hook to the outside. Three-pointer from Valerie from the corner will fall. Joe Valerie, his first three-pointer of the night. He's got 5 points, and it's a 5-2 lead for Point Park. And there's a long two that will fall for Donnie Miller. He's dangerous.
With the Midway jumper.
And Midway within 1. Three-pointer on the way from Shafino. It connects. I don't think that foot's bothering him at all, Mike. 3.5 to go. Pioneers with a 1-point lead. Lob pass tipped away by Jags. Coates comes back up with it. Here he comes, puts up a layup, and a block called. Kyrie Coates will head to the line.
Midway foul number 3, TJ O'Connor.
And O'Connor will be charged with a foul. And one more, the Pioneers will be in the double bonus. Kyrie Coates in the double figures. He's got 10 points. Crowd coming alive. TJ O'Connor, a long three. It's drilled. TJ O'Connor off the bench.
For 3 for Midway.
And it's back to within 1. Here's Donnie Miller, maybe the most dangerous player on this Eagles team. Approaching 2.5 to go. Down by 1. In the paint. The floater is good. Donnie Miller shining bright tonight. His team up by 1. Donnie Miller goes baseline, 6 to shoot. The spin, the shot, no good. Stamps the rebound. They got numbers on a 3-on-1. Here comes Stamps, and it's blocked away nicely by Van Hook, but Stowe got it back. Under a minute to go. A pass inside for Jags and 1! Jags Shawar with a strong finish. Here we go. Actually, Donnie Miller is going to inbound. 5.9 to go for the game. Inside, back to Miller. He's got 3 to shoot. Comes in, blocked away, taken by Stowe, and that's it. The Point Park Pioneers survive just barely. Welcome inside the Indiana University Kokomo Student Activity and Event Center, everyone. Alongside Mike Hodgetts, I'm Greg Hillman. The Pioneers are coming off a thrilling 78-66 win over the Midway Eagles on Wednesday night at CCAC Allegheny. But in order to advance to the championship game, they will need to defeat last year's champion on the road first. The Cougars, on the other hand, finished the season with a 21-7 overall record and a 15-3 conference record and earned the number 1 seed in the West Division. They're coming into this contest after a 102-74 thumping of Ohio Christian on Wednesday night and look to get back to the championship game for the second consecutive year. They are the defending champions, and Mike, they look to avenge their only home loss of the season to a Point Park team that is coming off a thrilling win. What do the Pioneers need to do to make sure they come away with their second victory here in Kokomo? First. It's the Pioneers and the Cougars coming up next on the Point Park Sports Network. Today's game is being broadcast live on the Point Park Sports Network. Live stats are available on the Point Park Athletic website. For links to all available live coverage for any game throughout the season, go to pointparksports.com/live. Starting lineup is being announced here. We'll do the same. We will start with head coach Kevin Reynolds' Pioneer squad. He is a man short, so that bench is going to be very thin today. He will start his senior guard, number 0, Sharon Shafino. He will start another senior guard, number 1, Kyrie Coates. He will start the hometown kid, junior guard, Jalen Stamps. In replace of Joe Valerie, Jordan Stowe, the sophomore out of Harrisburg, North Carolina forward, will get the nod here to start today's game. And Jags Jawar, the 7-foot sophomore, who will also get the start, number 32. For Indiana Kokomo Cougars, Eric Eckelbarger in his 5th season as the head man of these Cougars. He will start a senior guard, number 13, Hunter White, a senior forward, number 15, Darian Porch, a junior guard, number 20, Hunter Jackson, a senior forward, number 24, Xavier Hines, and a senior forward, number 34, Zach Reinhardt. Reinhardt checking in at 6'7", Jags Jawar 7 foot, assuming, Mike, that's probably going to be the matchup here this afternoon. Hunter Jackson switched on the inbound to the top of the key, 3-pointer on the way from Porch, in and out of the rim, no good. Jags the rebound. Coates comes up with it, gives it to Stamps on the right side. Guarded by Jackson, now on the left, gives it up to Coates. Stood up by Hunter White, looking for a screen, gets one from Stowe. Back near the top of the key, driving in. He'll put up a shot from the left elbow and make it. Kyrie Coates gets the scoring going, and it's a 2-0 lead, but left wide open was Hunter Hines, and he missed the shot from the left wing side. And Jalen Stamps will bring it up on the near side. Guarded by Jackson, cuts in, down the lane, stops, spins, looks for a pass to the outside, gets Coates, back to Stamps. Near the top of the key, gets instructions from Kevin Reynolds, now goes back left. Still guarded by Hunter Jackson, gets a screen from Shafino, comes back to the near side. He'll try a 3-pointer from the right wing, off the back of the iron. Shafino right there, and a good tip for Jags. No shot in a travel by Jawar, and a turnover, and the ball will go back to the Cougars. 8:40. There's Jalen Stamps, top of the key, guarded by Jackson, now to the left side, looking for a screen. Almost had one with Jags. White still looking after him into the left corner. Jordan Stowe faked the shot, step back to the top of the key. Shafino, he drives in left side, puts up a lap, and a good hard fought lap by Shafino, and the Pioneers have a 6-4 lead.
That's a great move there by Shafino, finding the open crease and getting the lay.
There's Hunter White, dumps it back to the top of the key to Reinhardt, right side, guarded by Jags. Spin move on the left side, missed the lap, and Jags was there to snatch it up. Jalen Stamps head up, moving left to right, comes down the lane, and a 1-on-4 splits defenders, and a charge on Jalen Stamps. And he can't believe it. He'll try to argue his case. He won't get it. DeMeyers drives in, left side, tried to get a shot over Jags, couldn't do it. Stamps comes down with the rebound, behind the back, moving left to right. Goes Nate Van on the left side, drives in, stops, puts up a shot. That one will not fall off the iron, but Stowe came down with it. Back to Van, top of the key. Coates, right side, he'll put up a 3. That one will fall in, and Kyrie Coates will hit his first 3 of the game. And a timeout by head coach Eric Eckelbarger, and a 30-second timeout at that. 9:10 to go, and just like that, the Pioneers 5 quick points, and they're within 7, Mike.
Yes.
14 points for Kyrie Coates, 8 for Sharon Shafino, 4 for Nate Van off the bench. The Pioneers shot 37.9% from field goal range in total, 20.8% from the 3-point percentage in total. Well, that's going to do it for us here from the Indiana University Kokomo Student Activities and Event Center here. Final score, the Cougars 76, the Pioneers 66. A cool but yet sunny day here in Washington, PA, as the Point Park Pioneers host the Ohio Christian Trailblazers. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everyone, for this RSC matchup between Ohio Christian and Point Park. The Pioneers trying to extend their 3-game winning streak to 4 games and continue this overall winning streak against the Trailblazers in the series. Point Park is undefeated against Ohio Christian. They are 22-0. Dating back to 2015 in their first matchup when these two teams started playing each other. The Pioneers trying to stay ahead of the competition in the RSC standings. They currently are in first place, sitting at 11-1 in the conference, 18-7 overall. Midway in second place, Indiana Southeast in third, IU Kokomo in fourth, WVU Tech in fifth, and these Trailblazers in sixth place at 9-19 overall, 6-6 in the conference, and they look to end their losing streak against these Pioneers, but it's going to be a tough task today as the Pioneers will send Easton Klein to the hill. He has pitched 42 innings this season so far. Last week against Brescia, he went all 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, no runs, in the 10-0 win for the Pioneers over the Bearcats. He will get the start here today in game number 1 of this doubleheader, 9-inning game here for game number 1. The Point Park Pioneers come into this game. They are getting a little bit of national attention. They are receiving some votes. Currently, they are 28th overall in the nation, just outside of the top 25. The Trailblazers, on the other hand, they are currently in 6th place in the RSC standings right now. As I said, they come in at this game 9-19 overall, 6-6 in the conference. They are coming off a 9-8 win over Indiana Kokomo last Monday. Actually, they won that series. They took 2 out of the 3 games against the Cougars, and they look to extend their winning streak as well, as we are about to get underway. And batting first for the Trailblazers will be the second baseman, Carter Smith, making his 29th appearance of the season. This is his 105th at bat of the 2023 campaign. Coming in at a .346 batting average. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1. So Easton Klein back on the hill again for the Pioneers. He pitched last Saturday, so got an entire week worth of rest. And his 0-1 delivery is a swung on and a pop-up into center field, where Jared Campbell will call off and make the catch for 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 31, Stephen Larkins.
Stephen Larkins will be the second batter in the order. He's in center field today. Larkins a .388 batting average. That leads the team so far as he takes strike 1. Ohio Christian coming into this game trying to make the playoffs. They're right on that edge right there. Here's the 0-1 to the outside, ball 1. So ball and a strike on Larkin. Larkins with a .506 on base percentage. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung foul. So the count is 1-2. Larkin in his 25th appearance of the season. And the 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Larkin. Larkin is tied for 7th in the RSC in batting average. He's 4th in on-base percentage. So he does get on base a respectable amount. And here's the 2-2 pitch. It's high. It's now a full count, 3-2. Klein with 47 strikeouts on the season. And he gets his 48th here. So there are 2 quick gone here in the top of the first inning.
Batting third.
And the third batter will be the first baseman, Colton Lee. Colton Lee coming into this game, he's tied for 10th in doubles. He has 8 doubles on the season. Takes way up high, ball 1. Lee, a 347 hitter. Here's the pitch, swung on, line drive right to the second baseman, Murillo, and 1-2-3 go the Trailblazers. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Ohio Christian scoreless, Point Park coming to bat. Omar Murillo, the second baseman, to lead things off here for the Pioneers in the bottom of the first inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Easton Klein in the first inning, or the Ohio Christian part of the first inning. The Trailblazers sending Cole Edwards to the mound. He's pitched 18 innings on the season so far. His first offering is swung on, and it's into right field, so a good start for Murillo. And he gets the Pioneers rolling here. 1 pitch, and he's on base.
Batting second, the catcher, number 7, Jordan Campbell.
And Jordan Campbell, the catcher. He's coming into this game with a 276 batting average. Making his 26th appearance of the season. Here's the first offering from Edwards, away inside, ball 1. Edwards has now allowed 37 hits on the year. Coming in, he allowed 36 and 36 runs, so he was giving up a run every time he was giving it up a hit, essentially. So a ball and a strike on Jordan Campbell. Point Park hasn't played since last Sunday, and that was their 6-0 win against Brescia. The throw over to Murillo is not in time. In their last series, Point Park outscored Brescia 19-0 in their 3 games in last weekend's series. Pitch to the outside, good block by Holler. So 2 balls and a strike. Campbell has 5 home runs on the season. That's second on the team. Only behind his brother, Jared Campbell, and Isaac Santana. And he swings at this. That's a chopper over to Long. The only play is at first to Lee. And there's the first out of the inning.
Batting third.
So a 5-3 put out. Murillo moves up to second base. Here comes the brother of Jordan Campbell, Jared Campbell. He had a nice weekend last week against Brescia. And on Saturday in Game 1 of that doubleheader, he hit 2 home runs, a 3-run homer and then a solo home run. And that's all the Pioneers would need. They would tack on a few more later. They would win that game 10-0 in the 7-run roll. And he swings that line drive into left field. Waving on, here comes Murillo. He'll come around to score. And here's Jared Campbell again, staying hot. He's making a case for RSC Player of the Year. He got Player of the Week 2 weeks ago, and Jared Campbell, a strong start again and it's quickly 1-0 Pioneers.
Batting fourth, the DH, number 27, Vishali Brito.
Charlie Burrito, the DH today, he's batting cleanup. Pitch to the outside, ball 1. Still only 1 out, and that's what the Pioneers did last weekend, is they got on the board early and quick and took Brescia pretty much right out of it. And want to do the same thing here today. Here's the 1-0 pitch, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Campbell is at first. Here's the pitch, swung on, a little chopper over to Long. Another play at first to Lee, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Campbell moves up to second. That's the second 5-3 put out of the inning.
First baseman, number 20, Isaac Santana.
So 2 gone here in the Pioneers' first inning. Isaac Santana, the first baseman, batting 5th. Pitch, strike 1. Pioneers are, both of these teams are decently well rested. Pioneers last played on Sunday, the Trailblazers on Monday, and here's a fly ball to center field. Larkins is under it, and that will end the first inning. Pioneers get on the board, though. It's a 1-0 score as we head to the top of the second inning here on the Point Park Sports Network. Pioneers down to their last strike. Pop on the mound, trying to finish all 7 innings. A 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on up the gap, and it's taken by Runk. He'll step on second, and the Ohio Christian Trailblazers have won their first ever game against the Point Park Pioneers. They split the doubleheader. They'll play the rubber match tomorrow afternoon, and that is a happy bunch. That was a long, long drought, a long wait that Ohio Christian has waited for. They finally see the day. They beat Point Park 5-3. This is technically a Point Park home game, so they beat Point Park on the road. So Point Park will fall to 11-2 in the conference, and overall they'll fall. So they'll fall to 12-2 rather, and they'll fall to 19-8 in their overall record. Ohio Christian will improve to 10-20 and 7-7 in the conference. Ohio Christian, their next game is supposed to be tomorrow, but things got pushed around. They are supposed to play Capital University later in the week, and then their next RSC series will be Friday and Saturday. Friday is a scheduled doubleheader at Alice Lloyd, and this is starting today. 7 of the next 8 games have been on the road, so they got a long road trip coming up here in the next week or so. And then for Point Park, their next series is Tuesday, is scheduled for Tuesday, or at least it was, back here in Washington County, PA, against Washington and Jefferson. That was a scheduled doubleheader for Tuesday. We'll see if they move things around due to this series getting rescheduled. And then their next home/RSC series will be Friday and Saturday as well. They will host Indiana Southeast. So a couple of important games for Point Park. For right now, I'd imagine they still hold a first-place lead in the RSC, but they are just in this series, because things are so tight, you can be one bad week away from losing not everything, but just losing out on first place, and only a few teams make it into the conference, and even fewer, only at least one, maybe two teams make it into the national tournament. We are now about halfway through the season right now, so got about 4 or 5 weeks to go yet before the postseason starts. But Point Park still in control of first place for now, but have to get a win tomorrow to win this series, because Ohio Christian, they stole one from IU Kokomo in their last series last weekend. So Point Park falls to 12-2 in the conference, 19-8 overall, and will host Indiana Southeast next Friday and Saturday for the weekend series. So Point Park wins game 1 of the series 17-0. Then Ohio Christian comes back and wins 5-3. Point Park just short of a rally. And they will head back to campus and get ready for tomorrow. Ohio Christian back to the hotel. Game tomorrow as well to finish this 3-game series that was supposed to start on Saturday, but due to some bad weather here in the Pittsburgh area, they had to push things back a little bit. It got moved from Friday to Saturday. Now finally they were able to play today, and they will finish up the 3-game series tomorrow afternoon right here from Wild Things Park. That's going to do it for us here at the Point Park Sports Network. Signing off for now until we see you again. This has been the Point Park Sports Network. And inside to Ferrer. And now here's Chanel Britton, a shot and a goal! Chanel Britton got us going on Thursday. She gets us going here on Saturday. And we're going to get a corner kick now. Here's Rojas with the corner kick, the 4th one now for the Pioneers. Here's the kick inside. And nobody's home. A kick inside and a goal! Holly Pascoe with her 13th. Play will continue here. Now on the inside, here's Holly Pascoe. Here comes Pascoe, a shot and a goal! Holly Pascoe broke through the defense, and she gets her 2nd of the game. It's 3-0. Rojas looking for Holly Pascoe. Brigham, she may have another chance, looking for the hat trick. She gets tripped up and a foul called. Holly Pascoe was breaking away for the 3rd time, and to keep it away was Hallstad. As Pascoe is definitely looking for that hat trick. And here's Athena back, then it goes in. Athena back from way downtown. It is now a 5-0 game. Her 2nd consecutive goal, her 6th of the year. It is now a 5-0 game. Holt looking inside and a goal. Peter Holt with a nice steal. Got behind the defense, was able to kick it on the far left side of Quintero underneath his legs, and it is now quickly a 2-0 lead for the Pioneers.